Birth came in a hidden den. It was a dark, warm place. Pups were blind, deaf and small. They relied wholly on their mother. Milk was their first and only food. The litter was not large. Siblings huddled close for shared warmth. This den was their first world. Direwolf pups were large from birth, larger than any common wolf pup. Their paws were already oversized, a promise of the strength to come. Heads broader, jaws set for power. Their fur was soft, usually dark. Eyes opened after some weeks, often a deep, knowing, ancient color. Early life was simple instinct. Whimpering for milk was common. Suckling was their main endeavor. Soon they wrestled with littermates. Playful tumbles taught them limits. They learned how hard to bite. The mother groomed them constantly. The den smelled of family, of safety. One day they first left the den. The world outside was vast. It was filled with sharp new smells. Sounds were louder, more distinct. Their mother watched them closely. Other pack members came to see. They tasted regurgitated meat then. A new chapter of life began. Growth came quickly to the young. They grew faster than other wolves. Pups were always hungry for meat. The pack worked hard to feed them. Strong bones formed in their bodies. Muscles developed with every day. Playful fights grew more serious. Their puppy yips deepened to howls. Key milestones marked their path now. They were weaned from mother's milk. Meat became their only sustenance. Their formidable adult teeth grew in. Senses became incredibly sharp. Hearing could catch a distant rustle. Smell could track prey for miles. They were learning the art of survival. Their behavior started to change. Curiosity drove them to explore. They ventured farther from the den. They began to join hunt peripheries. Watching the older, wiser wolves, a hierarchy formed among siblings. They tested boundaries with adults, learning the strict rules of pack life. Soon they neared physical maturity. By 1 year, almost adult size. But experience still had to be won. A youthful clumsiness sometimes showed. Their powerful instincts were strong, honed by observation and by practice. They could hunt, but still learned. The wild called, and they grew ready. The pack was everything to them. Direwolves were intensely social creatures. Their strength lay in their numbers. A lone direwolf rarely survived long. The pack hunted as one unit. They raised pups as a family. They defended territory with their lives. Cooperation was their shield and sword. Each direwolf had a role to play. The alpha pair always led them. They decided hunts, chose paths. Other adults were skilled hunters. They were guardians of the young. They were mentors to the growing. Even old wolves were respected. Their wisdom was a valued asset. A direwolf's role changed with age. Young adults were the pack's muscle. Their strength fueled the long hunts. As they matured, some sought dominance, others settled into their places. Experienced wolves guided the younger. Old direwolves, past their prime, watched, they guarded pups, offered counsel still. Their lives ensured the pack's survival. Direwolves hunted very large prey, elk, bison, sometimes even mammoths. Things one wolf could never kill. Their coordinated attacks were deadly. They defended kills from all rivals. The pack's collective might fed all. This sacred bond was truly unbreakable. Unique traits set direwolves apart. They were larger, far more robust, heavier than any common grey wolf. Their heads were bigger, jaws stronger. Their bite could crush thick bone. Legs were shorter, sturdier, powerful. They had a primal, ancient look. Their intelligence was sharp, loyalty fierce. Their behavior held subtle differences. Some old tales spoke of deeper bonds, a strange understanding with certain humans. Their howls were said to be distinct, more mournful, carrying farther still. They were fiercely, savagely protective, perhaps more so than smaller kin. Their courage was a legend, whispered. The end of life came naturally. The wild was a harsh, unforgiving place. Old age would claim them eventually, or injury from a desperate hunt. Sickness could weaken the strongest. Wounds from territorial fights festered. Sometimes an old wolf wandered off to meet its end in quiet solitude. So their long journey concluded. From a blind pup in the dark to a fearsome hunter, a pack's heart. The direwolf lived a hard life, a life of challenge, raw beauty. They left a legacy in blood, in offspring, in whispered stories. Their spirit was the untamed wild.